All right, welcome to day 5 of your statistics notes. So today we're going to talk about this shape of data. Now, some of you have seen roughly these notes that look similar to these, but I promise you they're not exactly the same. And if you have seen them, then you should know them. So a bell curve is a curve that is just simply symmetric. If I cut it in half, it'll give me exactly the same thing. My mean, median, and mode are going to sit in the middle. Our right skew is going to be tallest on the left, has a tail on the right. Conversely, my left skew is going to be tallest on the right, tail on the left. So if you take a look at the shapes down below, you should say that this middle one's going to be my bell. Everything's right in the middle. It all is the same value. I can go ahead and cut that shape in half. Now finding the left and right. Well, the right skew has that tail off to the right. So if you notice over here, my right graph will actually be my right skewed. Now, something else I would like to point out. Look at my mode and my mean. If you remember, my mode is the one that I see the most, so it's the one that happens more often. Well, if you take a look, and you recall your xy's, over here is 0, isn't it? So on a right skew, your mode is going to be a smaller value. Your average will be quite large, though. The reason being is you have a lot of little numbers being added together and then divided by 2. When you have a lot of little numbers being divided by 2, you're going to end up having a larger average, which is why your mean is going to be so small. Now, if we take a look over here on the left side, for my left skew, we're going to have the opposite. Again, here's my XY graph, here's my 0. In this case, my mean or my average will be small. And my mode will be bigger. When you add up the same value multiple times over and over and over again, it's quite a large number. You also still have to remember you're dividing by that number. So that is why your mean will be smaller. Okay, so some clarifying stuff. We said bell, our mean, equaled our mode. For right, we said our mean is going to be larger than my mode. And oppositely, my mode is going to be bigger than my mean. Okay, let's take a look at the following graphs, following histograms. Taking a look at what you see, what type of shape is this? Right, left, bell, and then explain why. Well, if you notice here on this graph, my tail kind of is towards the right side, isn't it? It's on the right side of my graph. So if my tail is on my right, that means that this must be a right skew. Why? More data on the left. Tail on the right. Just scoot that over a little bit. All right, let's take a look at B. what shape do you see roughly with B? If you said bell, you're absolutely correct. I agree with you on that one. The data is symmetric. Okay, 2 more. What type of shape do you see on C? Well, if I sketch it out, it kind of looks like most of the stuff is over to the right, a bit of a tail on the left. So I'm going to go ahead and say that this one is a left skew. What about D? Well, kind of goes like this, doesn't it? Do we have a shape that looks like that? I don't see one. So if we come across something that, if we trace a little bit and we don't see something that is similar to what we've already discussed, we're going to say this one has no shape. Because it doesn't. So it's not either one. That is our explanation. It's not left, right, or bell. It's nothing. There's no shape to it. Oops. So, given the mean and the mode, determine the shape of data and why. Well, if we go back a couple slides, we said that for bell, my mean is equal to my mode. Right, the mean is bigger. Left, the mode is bigger. Okay, so if we take a look at A, I see that 65 is equal to 65, isn't it? I don't know what that just did. So this one must be a bell. Why? Because my mean equals my mode. Okay, let's take a look at B. So I have 51 being larger than 43. That's what I'm seeing. And my 51 is my mode. And my 43 is my mean. So which one had my mode being larger than my mean? If you're saying left, you're absolutely correct. All right, let's take a look at C. I see I have 33 is larger than 10. 33 is my mean. So I have my mean is larger than my mode. Oof. Computer is not liking me today. Let's try that one more time. So if you go back, which one had my mean being larger than my mode? The right, correct. You could also say that it's the opposite of B, so therefore it'd have to be the right. And D, I have 72, it's larger than 70. Therefore my mode is larger than my mean. And by quick skills, we see that's exactly what I see on part B. So therefore it must also be a left skew. All right, looks like we're done for the day.